right, Grenada, Carriacopie, Martinique, and the world. I'd like to officially welcome. Yes, folks, we'd like to officially welcome you to another Mikey Life program. This is the good, the bad, and the Mikey. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'll see you looking kind of bushy. Yeah, boy. Yeah. Anyway, lately that talk. So we want to say thank you for being here with us for another night. We have a lot of things to tell you about. I know that there are a lot of activities happening tonight, tomorrow, the following day. This is really the peak of the carnival season, and of course I know that you have some things planned, those of you who are here in Grenada. And again, for those of you who are not in Grenada, I know what it feels like wanting to be back home to enjoy the festivity, to enjoy Spicemas and not being able to do so. So what we are doing this carnival season is try to bring as much activities to you as possible, as many activities in fact as possible. All right, we will not tell you beforehand about some of these events because, you know, for obvious reasons, but of course we will be bringing some of those events for you. All right, so yep, want to say good night to those of you who are on the program for the first time. Do not make it the last. All right, let's take a look at what's making the headlines. Grenada looking out for a tropical wave. We'll talk to you about that in a moment. Lauriston Airport closed following private aircraft incident that happened today. No vending will be allowed along the Queen's Park Road. Prime Minister receives update from the Board of Port Authority. And we have the order of appearance for Calypso Finals 2019. Pregnant teen found dead in Trinidad and Tobago, and sick woman run over by driver in Trinidad, and we'll of course have an update for you on that. I know that some of you are aware of that incident. Yeah, it is actually a story that is being featured worldwide. Interestingly, we will share it with you, man. Very interesting. So let's just take our first break on the program and we will return shortly.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
for me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
Give your kids a new start this term with back-to-school deals from Quartz. Save big with great deals store-wide. Get desktop, laptops, tablets, backpacks, and so much more. Get it all now with Quartz Ready Finance, with nothing down and nothing to pay for 30 days. Get a new start back to school with great deals from Quartz, bringing value home.
The 3rd Annual Caribbean Comedy Show. Saturday, August 17th at Spice Basket. Stay locked for more.
I ultimate got glass. You see what I done with it? You want to swear it razor grass. Look, I am a very, very serious man.
The people say that is the best fete in the carnival.
Make this carnival a special one with Spice Isle Jewelry. This is the sale you've been waiting for. Get up to 40% off on our stunning collection of silver and gold jewelry with purchases above $115. Visit our 2 locations on Grenville Street, St. George's and the Spiceland Mall Grandans to see our fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and our unique handmade pieces. Step into Spice Isle Jewelry and shop in air-conditioned comfort with a friendly, helpful, and courteous staff. We also pay the most for scrap gold and trading. Our repair service is second to none. Treat yourself or even someone special this carnival with something special from Spice Isle Jewelry. Call us on 440-3155 or 440-6648. Sale ends August 31st. Spice Isle Jewelry, operating since 1986, and we do so with pride.
So the time for fetting and having fun is here, but that doesn't mean you have to be an irresponsible parent as you go about it. This carnival season, you can make a difference by keeping a watchful eye on your children, knowing where they are and whom they're with, ensuring they attend age-appropriate events, making sure they're not exposed to dangerous situations or activities involving drugs, alcohol, or sex, and of course, leading by example. Remember, even though it's carnival, your first responsibility is to your child. A message from the Child Protection Authority of Grenada, working in the best interest for the greatest good of the child.
Alrighty, so again, we'd like to officially welcome everyone to the program. Please let me know whether or not everything is okay. All right, all they seeing me okay, all they hearing me okay. Right. All right, so I have to make sure that the people online on WhatsApp get a notification and things like that. We also send notification and news to people on WhatsApp so that at least they have an idea as to when the program has started. All right, good. For those of you who have not yet done so, we want to encourage you to please share the program on your page. All right, once you do so, that is how other people get to know that the program is live. So if you have not yet done so, those of you particularly on Facebook, we want to encourage you to do so now. So we're getting ready for well, tonight is pre-day. We're also getting ready for my event, Wagiti All-Inclusive, the premium happening in Tantin. You understand? Listen, this is going to be the biggest, mark my words. Well, no, let me take it back. I don't want to exaggerate. It will not be the biggest because it's not a fete that is trying to have a big crowd. It is going to be the best party experience, an all-inclusive party experience, all right, for you. Big up the all-inclusive Wagiti, all-inclusive. We have to big up my boy Archie as well. We have Bienvenue, and then we have Fleet. Yeah, so big up Spice Addiction on their events as well. So let's get into the news for tonight. All right, although the first thing that I want to tell you is about Inland Revenue. Now the Inland Revenue Division, they are reminding promoters, including cruise promoters, of their tax obligations to the state. Now persons involved in hosting public entertainment events, including boat cruises, should contact the IRD before hosting of such events. The IRD encourages adherence to the above requirement in order to avoid legal or enforcement implications. Now, for further information, please contact the audit section of the Small and Micro Taxpayers Unit at the Inland Revenue Division at telephone number 435-6945 or 440-2731. Y'all don't take this thing for granted. Some people get themselves in trouble already. All right, now we have a correspondence from the police that says here that no vending will be allowed along the Queen's Park Road. That's right, the general public, you're hereby notified that vending at all carnival activities held at the National Stadium is regulated, and as such, no vending will be allowed along the Queen's Park Road, and that is from the Green Bridge to the main entrance of the National Stadium or any other areas in the vicinity of the National Stadium Ring Road. Persons will only be allowed to vend on the seaside of the main public road before the Green Bridge. All right, so that area there. Right. Now we are moving on. Prime Minister and Minister for Finance, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, received, according to reports, an update on Wednesday from the chairman and members of the Board of Directors of the Grenada Ports Authority, the GPA. Chairman Ron Antoine indicated that the ports are doing reasonably well, and the authority is continuing to invest in the upgrading of operating equipment to facilitate increased efficiency and safety in port operations. Now, additionally, the GPA has bolstered the security at the Grenville port, installing surveillance cameras and building a full boundary wall that enclosed the facility. On the labor front, the GPA is currently in negotiations with the Technical and Allied Workers Union, and this is progressing smoothly, they say. In addition to its own operations, the GPA has also invested in the St. George's bus terminus, improving the infrastructure and providing for the increased safety of persons who use the facility daily. Having been appraised of these developments, the Prime Minister commended the board for its work and acknowledged that it is one of the better managed authorities in Grenada. Dr. Mitchell encouraged board members to see their work not merely in terms of port operations, but from the board perspective of impact on the country's overall development. Now, the Prime Minister called on the board to move speedily to address a number of outstanding issues, including the cleanup of the St. George's bus terminus, where indiscriminate disposal of waste has created an eyesore and a potential health hazard. Dr. Mitchell has suggested a partnership with the Solid Waste Development to effect this cleanup campaign. He also urged the GPA board to quickly identify a suitable location that will facilitate the relocation of the fishermen who currently occupy the waterfront under Carenage. All right. Right. We are moving on. 9 bands are registered to participate in this year's Monday Night Mass competition. Spice Mass Corporation this morning held a dipping ceremony for the order of appearance. Aqua Band will get the ball rolling in position number 1, and then they'll be followed by the Flow, Magnificent Enterprise, Huggins Family and Friends, Jab Army, Amazing Colors in position 6, Mystic in 7th, King Black Family 8th, and Carib in 9. All right, that was not the only dipping that happened. We also had the order of appearance for the Calypso. The dipping was held today. In singing number 1 on the March Gras night, we have Randy Isaac, Stunner, Prince, Saw Serpent, Scholar, Baraka, Candy, Cox, Beast, and Valine. Now, you guys will recall there was some issue last Friday when the dipping was supposed to be held. There were a boycott from members of a particular tent. Now, when asked why this was done, we have one of the representatives, Mr. Raymond Matthew, the Beast, who has sought to explain.
But on Friday, we did not dig because we had a number of issues we wanted to sort out with our Spice Mass, and that included getting the 10th man, the 10 person or persons included into the finals. And we had a meeting on Tuesday to get clarification as to why that person or persons were not included. We met with the PS and the Ministry of Culture, the chairman of the board, and the Spice Mass CEO, a number of Calypsonians from GPAC, and we really tried to get, again, as I said, we really tried to get the 10 person in. Up to today, I was told that did not materialize. Spice Mass would have given their reasons for not accommodating the 10 person. We still hold hard and fast that we should have a 10 person across the board as the other competitions that includes Soca Monarch and the Groovy Monarch.
All right, so what Raymond says is that they just want to be treated fairly, similar to the Power Soca and the Groovy. It's not about winning a case situation, but merely fairness for the Calypsonians. Here's Raymond again on this.
We didn't win, and as a matter of fact, we weren't looking for a win. We just wanted to get that person. We wanted to compromise, and we wanted it across the board. We wanted it to be fair across the board. So come Monarch have 10 plus the Monarch, Groovy 10 plus the Monarch. We wanted Calypso to have 10 across the Monarch. We took into consideration the fans, the art form, and stuff. Let me say the next time it won't happen that way.
All right, so he's saying that next time it will not happen that way. Yes, so let's see what's going to happen the next time. Thank you very much, Sharon, for that video clip there. All right, so we are moving on. The next thing that we have to tell all you about, I know all you're ready for mass. I know all you're ready. But here's what. Sometimes the weather do not always cooperate. And sometimes the predictions on the weather don't always hold true. So with that, I'll say that we are expected to be affected by a tropical wave tonight. And there are some others that's out there in the Atlantic making a little buzz, as they say, you know. But let's see. For tonight, we are expecting some showers, possible thunder showers. All right, so there's rain and and so it doesn't always happen the way it's predicted by the weather forecast. So let's see what happens. We have an event tonight, and let's see. All right, but yeah, but and there, like I said, not only tonight, but there are some other waves that are threatening the the lesser Antilles. All right, the Windward Islands, the lesser Antilles. So let's see how that will play off for us. We are moving on. I think one of the biggest stories happening in the news tonight is the fact that a plane had an incident there in Carriacou today at approximately 10 a.m. A private aircraft, Cessna 421, flying from Piaco International Airport, Port of Spain, Trinidad, to Lauriston Airport, Carriacou, veered off the runway 27 after landing. Now, initial reports indicate that the aircraft stopped about 120 feet east of the end of the runway. Now, the Lauriston Airport Fire Department, the Police Department, and the medical services reported to the scene to provide the necessary support in accordance with the airport's emergency protocols. All 4 persons on board, 3 crew and 1 passenger, were evacuated from the aircraft and safely transported to the Princess Royal Hospital for observation. No injuries were reported, and they have all been discharged. The aircraft sustained substantial airframe damage. Now, the Lauriston Airport is currently closed pending the arrival of the inspectors from the Eastern Caribbean Civil Aviation Authorities, the ECCAA, to conduct their investigation into the accident. Now, the Grenada Airport Authority is cooperating, they say, with the ECCAA to ensure that the process is conducted smoothly and to facilitate the reopening of the airport in the shortest possible time. All right. So let's see how that goes. It's not very often you hear about that sort of incident happening, you know, in Grenada. Well, actually Carriacou, but today, unfortunately, that happened there. All right. I don't know if you all ever take a plane to Carriacou, but yeah, no. Plane ride is all right. It's a 20 minutes ride, just thereabout. But boy, is when that thing landing, your belly boiling, you could cook, peel out. I tell you boiling good, but not even peel out, oil down. You understand? You know, you need the extra heat. Yeah, no, star. You boiling for a zoo. Oh, yeah. What else we had to tell? There was a quick thing on Belmont Estate, you know, that we had to share. In fact, we have shared that on our website, but I'll just quickly tell you, all right, that Belmont Estate's cocoa beans are among 50 of the best samples selected by the Cocoa of Excellence COEX program for 2019. 223 samples of cocoa beans from 55 countries were evaluated under the 2019 program. Cocoa beans from St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Trinidad and Tobago were also among the best selected. The samples were processed into liquor and untempered chocolate and then evaluated through a rigorous blind test by members of the 2019 COEX Technical Committee. The next step is a sensory evaluation of the best 50 samples. Now, these samples are first processed into tempered chocolate and molded, and then blind tested by a panel of 40 chocolatiers and sensory evaluation experts. The outcome of the evaluation is the selection of beans to receive the International Cocoa Awards, the ICA, which will be presented at the Salon du Chocolat in Paris on October 3rd, 2019. All right. So you could actually check out our website. That will be mikeylive.com for more on that particular story. What else we have to tell all you about? A pregnant teen was found dead, and that happened in Trinidad and Tobago. We're going to tell you about that, and we're also going to tell you about a sick woman who had an epileptic episode, who was run over by a driver, and passerbys didn't seem to care. We're going to tell you, we have an update on that for you. We even have the raw footage for you, for those of you who are interested in that. That broke the internet a couple of days ago and is still breaking the internet, by the way, in terms of how did we get here. All right, we're going to tell you about that and possibly more when we return on tonight's Mikey Live. We take a quick break and return shortly.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
For me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
The 3rd Annual Caribbean Comedy Show. Saturday, August 17th at Spice Basket. Stay locked for more.
I ultimate got glass. You see what I done with it? You want to swear it razor grass. Look, I am a very, very serious man.
Court Spree Summer Sale is here for 2 days only, Thursday 27th and Friday 28th June. Why wait? Courts has the biggest deals in town. Start
Grenada. This Carnival Thursday, August 9th, Spice Addiction Entertainment invites you to BN Venue.
Take a shot and just free up now.
The Neon Edition. Let's pop it bright. Bienvenue is the only Carnival Thursday fit that guarantees pure uninterrupted vibes, 6 years and counting. This Carnival Thursday at 9 p.m. we are on the Morris Bishop Highway in the yard of L&M Investments. Bienvenue will be featuring a star-studded cast of only the best local and international soca DJ talent, alongside a few mystery acts.
I can't stand me neighbor.
Just avoid getting a case of FOMOs, yes, the fear of missing out, and secure your Bienvenue tickets today at gotofed.com or any Spice Addiction Ticket Masters, Heather's Boutique, Esther's Beach Bar, and Chopsticks Chinese Restaurant. Bienvenue, the Neon Edition. This experience will move you.
Make this carnival a special one with Spice Isle Jewelry. This is the sale you've been waiting for. Get up to 40% off on our stunning collection of silver and gold jewelry with purchases above $115. Visit our 2 locations on Grenville Street, St. George's and the Spiceland Mall Grandans to see our fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and our unique handmade pieces. Step into Spice Isle Jewelry and shop in air-conditioned comfort with a friendly, helpful, and courteous staff. We also pay the most for scrap, gold, and trading. Our repair service is second to none. Treat yourself or even someone special this carnival with something special from Spice Isle Jewelry. Call us on 440-3155 or 440-6648. Sale ends August 31st. Spice Isle Jewelry, operating since 1986, and we do so with pride.
So the time for fetting and having fun is here, but that doesn't mean you have to be an irresponsible parent as you go about it. This carnival season, you can make a difference by keeping a watchful eye on your children, knowing where they are and whom they're with, ensuring they attend age-appropriate events, making sure they're not exposed to dangerous situations or activities involving drugs, alcohol, or sex, and of course, leading by example. Remember, even though it's carnival, your first responsibility is to your child. A message from the Child Protection Authority of Grenada, working in the best interest for the greatest good of the child.
Oh yeah, thank you very much, guys, and we'd like to welcome you back. And of course, we want to head over to Trinidad and Tobago, where you will learn about a young girl who has died. It's actually a teenager, a pregnant 15-year-old girl. Now, she was found dead in her bedroom by her younger sister on Monday at their home in San Juan. Now, according to a police report, at about 1 p.m., the teenager, a pupil of a particular school, I don't think we need to go to the school, complained to a close male relative that she was experiencing excruciating stomach pains and vomiting. Police said the girl was then given a cup of saffron tea and antibiotics. However, about 15 minutes after, she was found dead by her 13-year-old sister. Now, they say that a team of police officers from the San Juan Police Station and Homicide Bureau went to the house where they found a cup of tea, a home pregnancy kit which contained 2 used tests, both indicating positive results, and several tablets, including amoxil 500 milligrams, unnamed red and yellow ones, and unnamed round orange pills. An autopsy has been ordered to determine the cause of death. Very, 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 very sad case indeed. All right, folks, while we're in Trinidad and Tobago, we want to explain a situation to you. Now, some may find this footage disturbing. Now, this footage surfaced on the weekend. It showed a woman standing on the side of the road, then falling down. She appeared to be trembling to some extent. All right. What some people have explained is that she had an epileptic episode that lasted a while. Now, as if that wasn't bad enough, moments after she fell, vehicles passed by and did absolutely nothing. Observing her helplessly laying on the ground, she was allowed to stay there until what? Until a driver ran her over, as seen on your screen. Attempt number 1. And then there was a second time when the driver ran over the helpless woman, as seen happening on your screen. Later, just moments later, another vehicle passed by and observed what just happened. That's when the driver who ran her over stopped and came out of his vehicle. What exactly caused him to do that, we don't know. However, there is a sister of that injured woman who somewhat seemed to be very, what should I say, understanding of the situation, much to the annoyance of others. Now, I must say that the injured woman is alive. She sustained severe bruises to her face and to her hand, but she is expected to recover. Now, the sister of the woman who was rolled over by that car twice after she collapsed during that epileptic fit said on Monday the driver could have made a mistake. Now, in an interview with a media outlet in Trinidad and Tobago, she says, "We just want justice for whatever happened. That's all we are looking at, right? It could be a mistake. It's a mistake, right? But still, you have to be more concerned on the road. It is not only you. It have other people. That's her speaking. She confirmed that relatives of the driver had been in contact with the family, particularly after reports that her sister was seeking $10,000 in compensation plus a replacement for a cell phone, which was also crushed during the incident. All right. Now, I don't know. Ah, boy. Anyway, let's go. Now, according to reports, the driver claimed not to see the woman on the ground initially, but after he was stopped by another driver a short distance away, he left his vehicle and checked on the woman and helped her sit up. All right. So he's saying, in all this, he wasn't aware. In all this, he wasn't aware. Look at this. He said he wasn't aware, but only became aware when the other driver of that white vehicle that you see pass after drew it to his attention, and that's when he decided to assist. Huh? Would you believe that? Yeah. Oh gosh. Anyway, I done. I done. I ain't talking about that again. Yeah? Should I talk about that again? Vehicles pass, they go, they come, and they did nothing. The man said he was not aware of what really happened. Only somebody else saw. I don't know what they will be charging him with. It's a story that we have to keep following because it's so popular right now. But anyway, folks, what we are going to do right now is even if you thought that you hit a dog, and you know we had a situation like that recently, right? Even if you thought that you hit a dog, even if you thought you ran over something that was not a human being, you wouldn't check as a driver. How could you explain that you're sitting in a car? You're not sitting in a truck. How could you explain this? You are sitting in a car that is so close to the ground. His window, folks, was down. Look at that, you know. His window was down. I ain't making it up. So how could you not know that you stepped over a human being? Something that was so... Look at how long you take to go over the thing you're feeling. You wouldn't check. You don't have a rearview mirror. Look at this. When you stop, look at this. Here it is. I ain't making it up. Look. The driver is probably even glancing at his rearview mirror there. Because if we can see his face so clear from a side angle, that means that he's glancing at his rearview mirror. I ain't trying to play detective, but I'm just saying that I hope the police will just sit down on that. They have to throw the book at he. You know, put him in a cell with them boys and them go handle him real proper. You understand? Because I don't make no sense. In fact, yes, after looking at the video again, if you can see his face from an angle like this, it means that he's not looking straight ahead. If he's looking straight ahead, we'll see the side of his face. What we are seeing is his face directly because he is observing through his rearview mirror. You understand? No star. Huh? He said he was not aware. Huh? And the family, maybe it's a poor family, they want compensation, you know, they want a little money. Right? So they say that she will be doing some more tests and all that to make sure that everything is okay and things like that, yeah? But anyway, lady that talk there. What we have coming up for you right now, folks, is the national report, and following the national report, we'll wrap up today's program.
Make this carnival a special one with Spice Isle Jewelry. This is the sale you've been waiting for. Get up to 40% off on our stunning collection of silver and gold jewelry with purchases above $115. Visit our 2 locations on Grenville Street, St. George's and the Spiceland Mall Grandans to see our fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and our unique handmade pieces. Step into Spice Isle Jewelry and shop in air-conditioned comfort with a friendly, helpful, and courteous staff. We also pay the most for scrap, gold, and trading. Our repair service is second to none. Treat yourself or even someone special this carnival with something special from Spice Isle Jewelry. Call us on 440-3155 or 440-6648. Sale ends August 31st. Spice Isle Jewelry, operating since 1986, and we do so with pride.
Thank you very much. And folks, what we have for you right now is a national report.
Passengers and crew safe after private aircraft veers off runway in Carriacou. We'll have details to this story and more in the national report. With the details to the news for Wednesday, August 7th, I am Rikisha St. Louis. 3 passengers and 1 crew member who were on board a private aircraft which veered off the runway in Carriacou on Wednesday are reported to all be safe. A press release from the Ministry of Tourism and Civil Aviation says the 4 were transported to the Princess Royal Hospital for observation and no injuries were reported, and they have all been discharged. Initial reports indicate that the Cessna 421, which was flying from Piarco International Airport in Trinidad to Lauriston Airport in Carriacou, stopped about 120 feet east of the end of the runway. The aircraft sustained substantial airframe damage. The press release from the ministry adds that the Lauriston Airport is currently closed pending the arrival of inspectors from the Eastern Caribbean Civil Aviation Authority to conduct their investigation into the accident. It says the Grenada Airports Authority is cooperating with the Eastern Caribbean authorities to ensure that the process is conducted smoothly and to facilitate the reopening of the airport in the shortest possible time. A call for increased collaboration to ensure an even better Carriacou Regatta Festival next year and beyond. The call was made by Honorable Kendra Mathurin Stewart, Parliamentary Representative for Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs. She says despite a notable improvement, there is more that can be done to enhance the quality of the festival going forward.
We are endeavoring to ensure that the changes made are those that are positive, and of course that it will impact positively on the growth and development of all festivals. The Carriacou Regatta Festival, like all other public and national festivals, is a significant one for our small island. We all can appreciate the economic value that is associated with a festival such like this. The businesses, the vendors, the hoteliers, the restaurants, everyone look forward to anticipation of financial gains from this festival. As we reflect on the Carriacou Regatta Festival over the years, we see that we have come a long way, but as you may appreciate, we still have a long way to go.
Seafaring and traditional boat racing took center stage at the 4-day festival held under the theme Chart Your Course. There were participation from Windward, Antigua, Bequia, Canoan, Mairo, Grenada and Petite Martinique in over 5 categories: Optimist, Laser, Open Boat and Round the Island Boat Race. Chair of the festival committee, Alison Caton, praised the residents of Carriacou who contributed to the festival.
Even this year we started a grassroots program called Be a Friend of the Regatta, and we were so happy with the outcome of that because just anyone on the street, people gave us as little as $5 And we still thank them. We thank them publicly on Facebook, because if all you have is $10 and you give $5, that's a big deal. So we appreciate all of the efforts.
This year, the committee awarded 4 long-standing boatmen who contributed towards the festival over the years. Zephyrin McLaurin, Gordon Patrice and Jassy Crompton were awarded posthumously. The only surviving award recipient, Alwyn Eno, a well-known boat builder in Carriacou, this year had 3 of the boats he constructed in competition. Here are some highlights of the 2019 festival. This is the National Report. More news after the break.
Every summer, the Spice Island of Grenada is transformed into the Caribbean's biggest party, Spice Man.
Foreigners from all over, coming down to Grenada.
Come experience the warmth of our people, trending theme fats, the revelry, the pageantry, and why we are the Jab Nation. The Kids Our Future shines on August 3rd in the Children's Carnival Frolic and the Junior Calypso Show. 7 beauties take center stage as the Queen of Carnival is crowned on majestic Thursday, August 8th. The prestigious Soca and Groovy Monarchs are crowned on Carnival Friday night, August 9th. Enjoy the pulsating rhythms of the Still Pan at the Junior and Senior Panorama on Carnival Saturday, August 10th, and Real Steel, August 17th. The March Gras crowns the Calypso Monarch on Carnival Sunday, August 11th. 2 days of frolicking in the Caribbean sun kicks off on Monday morning, August 12th, with the biggest juve in the world, followed by pageant and Monday night mass. The creativity and splendor of our mass parades on the road Carnival Tuesday, August 13th. Join us in the Jab Nation of Grenada, August 8th to 12th for Spice Mass 2019. Many events, one carnival.
Welcome back. Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, received an update Wednesday from the chairman and the members of the Board of Directors of the Grenada Ports Authority, GPA. Chairman Ron Antwine indicated that the ports are doing reasonably well and the authority is continuing to invest in the upgrading of operating equipment to facilitate increased efficiency and safety in port operations. Additionally, the GPA has bolstered the security at the Grenville port, installing surveillance cameras and building a full boundary wall that encloses the facility. On the labor front, the GPA is currently in negotiations with the Technical and Allied Workers Union, and this is progressing smoothly. In addition to its own operations, the GPA has also invested in the St. George's bus terminus, improving the infrastructure and providing for the increased safety of persons who use the facility daily. Having been apprised of these developments, the Prime Minister commended the board for its work and acknowledged that it is one of the better managed authorities in Grenada. Dr. Mitchell encouraged board members to see their work not merely in terms of port operations, but from the broader perspective of impact on the country's overall development. The Royal Grenada Police Force is concerned about the level of indiscretion displayed on the nation's roads, resulting in more than 530 accidents so far this year being attributed to persons driving without due care and attention. Excessive speeding is also an area of concern for the traffic department of the Royal Grenada Police Force, and 376 tickets for this offence has been issued so far this year. More than 100 speeding tickets were issued to drivers in the last month alone. Officer in charge of the RGPF's traffic department, Superintendent Randy Connaught, says his team is continuing its work to help curb this problem that often places drivers in dangerous situations.
Just to give you an example of the figures for the tickets issued within the past month for speeding has been 110 tickets thus far. We have also seen an increase in persons driving without being the holders of driver's license, and within the past month again, over 30 persons were arrested for that offense. So the law enforcement efforts have been significant, and we're pressing on and looking forward to the cooperation of not just the general public but the media in ensuring that those matters are highlighted, and we bring to bear the full force of the law for persons found in violation of the law.
Acting Commissioner of Police Edwin Martin says the numbers are not comforting. Disclosing the total number of accidents so far for 2019, the Acting Commissioner revealed that males are accounting for a greater percentage of the accident statistics.
Total reported accidents for the period January to June 2019 was 1,175, an increase from 1,130 for the same period of 2018. From this table, you will see that the major age group involved in these offenses are between 26 and 45. This speaks to the number of persons in that age group involved in accidents. And you can also see that males are the major contributing factor to offenses. You can scroll up a little bit. Males are the major contributing, where you have 1,245 males involved in accidents as against 474 females. Now you might want to ask how you see 1,245 males in accidents, but you only have 1,175 accidents. Remember, an accident generally might be two vehicles, and sometimes we have accidents that involve multiple vehicles. All right, so I wanted to make that point clear.
That story just ended the national report for today, Wednesday, August 7th. Let's recap the top story. Passengers and crew safe after private aircraft veers off runway in Carriacou. On behalf of the entire news team, I am Rikisha St. Louis, saying thank you for joining us. Until next time.
Yeah, thank you very much, Rikisha, and everyone else who were instrumental in the production of the national report. And folks, let's take a look at the generic weather for so far. First, all right, we see humidity is about 84%, all right, and the temperature shows that it's just about 28 degrees Celsius. Now from the Met Office, we see here that we are expecting some thunder showers tonight, all right. Tonight's minimum temperature expected to be just around 25.5 degrees Celsius. Winds easterly to southeasterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour. Seas moderate, waves up to 5 feet in open waters. And as it relates to tomorrow, we can expect partly cloudy conditions with a medium chance of some rain in the morning time, improving by evening. The maximum temperature 31.5 degrees Celsius and minimum 26 degrees Celsius. Winds easterly to southeasterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour. Seas moderate, waves up to 5 feet in open waters. All right, and that's your weather report for tonight and tomorrow. And folks, that's where I would have to close things down for tonight. Let me just take a look at the live and remind persons that it's important to share the program, because once you share the program, that is how other people gets to know that we are live. Secondly, I want to say hello to Shireen, Noreen, Nika, Angel, Ezron, Natalie, Rachel, Eugenia, Rose, Ala. I saw her running all them out. Rena, Queen. Yeah, I saw her running all them out at me last night. Lynn Turner. There was a tornado in New Jersey, close to us in New Jersey. But I'm happy to know that you guys are safe, right? Mishi, Spice Girl, Ernesto, and Noreen and Jane and everyone else who's tuned in on the live. I would like to say hello and thank you for viewing. All right, so again, don't forget, tonight we expect to be affected by a tropical wave. Expect some showers and the possibility of thunder showers. Okay, it doesn't always happen that way, so let's see what it will be. All right, what else do I have to tell you? No, I'm not going anywhere tonight. Come on, you know, I can't, even if I would like to. You know, sometimes you have to prioritize, and so yes, you understand. Anyway, so we're gonna be back with you tomorrow, God's willing, right here on Mikey Live. You can look forward to that. All right, guys, I want to wish you all the best again, and to the viewers on WPG10, we'd like to say thank you for viewing, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Let's do this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We all say ja no. Good night, everyone.